Welcome to part 7 of the tutorial. In this stage it will be a very long and repetitive process, so most of it will be fast forwarded. It's creating the XMLs of all the track pieces from the mod XML out of Blender. So first you load up the RCT importer, create OVL. And now, if anyone's normally done CS before, you add the textures and then add the model, but on this one you have to do it slightly different, otherwise it doesn't work. You click Open, find your mod XML. Depending on the size of it, it will take quite a while to load into the importer. And as you can see, you've got two filled automatic planes, all the splines and the groups of the track. You've got no textures yet, and you've got no LODs. So first we put textures on. I always use these three colours because that allows recolorable. So if you're familiar with how to make a recolorable texture, you double click and choose 1, 2 and 3. I will be including these colours in the download, and you want to press A on the LOD plane. That gives automatic LODs. And then if we double click on this, here you can see all of the groups for the rails and the spines and the ties. There's quite a lot of them, and what you want to do is turn them all off to start with. You just click the yellow dot and it will turn it off. What you can do is leave number 1 on, seeing as that's the track piece we'll be working with to start with. And then I like to get it out of the way here. You want to double click on that, shows a few of the settings. We're only worried about this one, SI opaque specular 100. This gives the track a metallic finish. If you don't put this on, it kind of looks a bit flat and dull. I'll just fast forward through putting all these on. Okay, so that's the first step. The next step is applying a texture. I have a rule that just kind of keeps everything together. For ties, I use C2. You can actually type it in rather than selecting. Just uses up a little less time. So all the ties use C2. I like to use C1 for the rails because 1 is most important, and 3 for the spine. So you click OK, and now you can see that before it was 8181, but now it's only 3 because only 3 groups have been selected. And as you can see, 310 poly for the station track piece. Now these are all the splines. As you can see, there is one extra named section. This will be a spline where it hasn't been named properly. At this moment in time, I don't know which one it is, but it can be changed when you get to it. So you want to click the C button and OK. Then you press the L button, find the mod XML again, and then scroll down the list and find the first track piece you want to use, so one station. Tick the two boxes and then click load and close. That has now paired that model and those splines together. Then you want to click save scenery file as. It will come up this first time, so you click OK. And then I always like to put a folder and call it XML. And then name each track piece. So because that's station, you do one station. So that's the first piece done. To do the second piece, you do C again. OK. Load. Rather than keep swapping, put the XML in there. Load. Because I've moved it, it is now reanalyzing where that the mod XML file is. If you move it or edit it, it will do this every time. So now you scroll down and find part 2, which is 2 straight. Load and close. Double click the model. It's come up with that because I moved it. So what you can do is switch model file, load your new mod XML. It will take a while for it to reanalyze in here as well. So once it does, that's okay. So double click, turn off number 1, and now you want to find part 2. Okay, then save. Two straight, and then that's the whole process. So I will now go and fast forward and put all of these in, and when I come up to the error I will show you what you can do. That's all of the XMLs created. In the next part I will show you how to write the XML, which is all the track settings and various bits and pieces.